Hello, my name is Max, and today we're gonna talk about AI enhanced creatives. AI enhanced creatives are now widely being seen in the real world, and more agencies and service providers are shifting toward this regime change that happened after more and more AI tools came available to us. So let's dive into the topic. AI enhanced creatives. You know, uh, I believe generative AI is revolutionizing the whole creative work. The way we used to imagine the cost of production, the timelines, everything is changing right now. So it's definitely revolutionizing the creative work. Um I believe content is now on steroids, and there are four reasons, which is why I believe this is true. First one is that AI and tools are enabling us to automate content creation and generation. There are many things available to us that can put a lot of things on autopilot. Then we are able to improve content quality. So not only we are producing more and more content autonomously, but also we are able to improve our content quality using AI and other tools available to us right now. And another thing that I believe content is being on a high pace these days is because we are able to bring more content variety in our creatives. And lastly, we are able to personalize more. Our content is focused toward very small segments. We are able to create a lot of things for a lot of audience avatars, which before it used to take a lot of time and effort, and personalization was a challenge. So generative AI, 66% leaders believe that AI will be essential for their business. So definitely, there is another study from Microsoft which says 90% of the creative work would be affected by AI tools. AI is only 10%. You are 90%. You are still 90% of the work that is being done. AI is just making you more efficient. It's basically a lot of prompting is coming from you again. You are the architect, you are the decision maker, you do the editing, you do the refinement, and you come up with ideas. You make them come to life using AI. So AI is just a means to get to a location faster. It's not something that you can say, okay, it's going to replace you. So you need to always reflect on this, that AI is only 10%. You are 90%. So how to break this stigma of AI in creative work? I think there are mainly three different ways this has been achieved. So the first one to think about is AI as a tool. So in this case, we consider AI to be a calculator. We are not focused on something like AI would do a lot of things, but then we have a robot assisting a human. So a robot, when assisting a human, we are talking mainly about agents, which is what I think ChatGPT and other tools are currently doing right now. And then last stage of AI revolution would be the autonomy. For now, our majority of the use is staying between these two segments, where we are using AI as a tool or we are using it as our assistive agent. AGI, even if it would become possible, it would not be very widely available. And so what is my favorite AI marketing stack? What is it that I believe can help you to do AI enhanced creatives and bring more quality in your work? So the first part you can look at is the content creation part. This is where you are mainly looking for ideas, you're mainly looking for concepts, you're trying to refine things, you're trying to come up with final copies. Even though Grammarly faced a lot of kind of direct competition from these top two, which is the GPT and custom GPTs, I believe Grammarly still has a place in my stack. It is still very good in terms of understanding the tone of voice and adopting to it. The next two are again using some GPT behind them, but they are very well organized knowledge bases where I can dump my mind and then I can come up with a lot of ideas around them. And definitely, Google Apps is now being backed by Bard, so you definitely have a lot more, generative AI capabilities where notes are being auto created, documents are being auto created. So a lot of things are happening. So content, again, if you think about it, the originality or the concepts are still driven by humans. You are still the 90% of the formula, where 10% is coming from these tools as an input to you to accelerate your work. The next, we can see design has seen a lot of amazing revolutions, and I would say advancements. Runway ML is again becoming slightly relevant after the release of Sora. But if I pick the top three, these are really at the cutting edge of technology. Midjourney for creating wonderful text to image prompts, Firefly for building your whole brand marketing design stack, and Canva as well has a lot of capabilities to understand your brand assets and then come up with different templates using the Magic Studio. Figma is again have a lot of cool plugins which can help you to conceptualize, again brainstorm, and then those Figma plugins can enable you to create something from a sketch to an actual UI in a very short time. On search side, I think SEMrush has done a very remarkable job. Their AI tool to auto write and understand your niche and your keywords and what you should be writing is amazing. Elementor is again another tool which is helping us to write on the fly, update headings, update taglines, paragraphs, anything you can think of, so you can quickly go and refresh your copy for your search optimization. And definitely a lot of this can be also used in the AIO SEO plugin, which I widely use for optimizing search. I would like to highlight one of the use cases, which is Adobe Express. And Adobe Express, if you see, you train your library, you give a prompt, and then you are able to create the final assets for your campaigns. And this is the same concept being reflected by Google a few days ago on their Google Cloud offerings. But I think Adobe Express is way much ahead in this case. Their Firefly and overall creative suite of applications are going to enable more companies to have AI enhanced creatives and reduce a lot of their workload. Again, I mentioned Canva's Magic Studio, amazing tool. Again, able to achieve a lot of things for early designers and drag and drop builders, where you can conceptualize something and make it a reality within minutes. And lastly, as I mentioned about Elementor AI, I think this is again a well-built tool. It can create templates for you, it can write code for you as well. But the most common use case that you would find it is you can basically optimize your layouts, and also you can optimize your copies that you're using on your website. So coming to the AI enhanced creatives, I think it's a mix of your data. So it could be your first party data or your third party data. And then it's a combination of your brand assets. So you combine these two, and then you put it into some stack. You kind of then plug it into something that combines all these three things together. So now you have capabilities to not only absorb your data points, to absorb your messaging, to absorb your graphics and sense of creative direction, but also then you are able to automate a lot of those things. So data is your starting point, is your first step. The second is to give it your brand, and then build a stack on top of it. So you can call it your marketing studio maybe, and then you can bring automations into the mix to automate some of the AI eligible tasks. So with AI enhanced creatives, we are seeing a 30 to 60% faster AI image creation, creative creation, and definitely a huge cost reduction capabilities as well. So if you look at this, for example, the graphic for pie-shaped marketers, you can kind of consider that every aspect, from analytics to website to content marketing to inbound to copywriting, these are all being touched upon, and definitely search engine optimization. And with Google Ads new announcements, I think PPC is also going to see a big shift. And Messenger, obviously you have a lot of chatbots available for you. And with the DDA, the data driven attribution model, you have more retention marketing coming into your play. So a lot of these things are becoming more cost effective, they are faster, but still I believe there is this human aspect that still needs to be there. And that is what it is about. And think about AI enhanced creatives, and I think you would be able to achieve a lot. I thank you for your attention.